Hello and greetings to everyone. We have the following questions to answer. Question 1 says, calculate the sum of the interior angles of a 5-sided polygon. Take down solution. 5-sided polygon, that means it is a pentagon. First, before we start, we know that for a 3-sided polygon, a triangle let's assume the interior angles, we have x, we have y, we have z. This is a 3-sided polygon. We know that a polygon is a closed plane figure which has at least 3 sides which are straight lines. This is a polygon. For a triangle, we know the sum of the interior angles x plus y plus z is equal to 180 degrees for any triangle. Now we have been told that we have a 5-sided polygon. We need to calculate the sum of the interior angles of this 5-sided polygon. I'll just draw the 5-sided polygon. Let's assume this is our 5-sided polygon. It is as such. The pentagon, it has 5 sides. The drawing, we are going to count the number of sides. Okay, let's assume this is our pentagon. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. For us to calculate the sum of the interior angles of this pentagon, that means we need to calculate the sum of this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, and lastly this other angle. We need to sum these 5 interior angles. For us to easily calculate this, we need to start by dividing this our polygon into triangles. Since we know the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees, so we can divide this our pentagon into 3 triangles. This will be the first triangle. This one, you can see this is a triangle. Then down here we have now a rectangle which can be divided into 2 triangles. We can decide to partition it as such. Presently we have 1, 2, 3 triangles. So now for us to get the sum of the interior angles of this our pentagon, we are simply going to take 3 times, we know the sum of the interior angles of any triangle is 180 degrees. So we will simply take 3 times 180. Now there is a formula which is being used to calculate the sum of the interior angles of a polygon. Sum of interior angles of a polygon is equal to 180 degrees times n minus 2, as such, where n is the number of sides of the polygon. Number of sides of the polygon. You can see, for example, if we take this our triangle, a triangle has 1, 2, 3 sides. If we replace n here with 3, 3 minus 2 gives us 1. 1 times 180 degrees gives us 180 degrees, which is the sum of the interior angles of a triangle. Next, now if you go to this our given problem, question 1, we have to calculate the sum of the interior angles of a 5-sided polygon, which is a pentagon. This will simply give us, we know a pentagon has 5 sides. First, we know sum of interior angles of 5-sided polygon is simply equal to, we are going to make use of this formula, 180 degrees times a 5-sided polygon has 5 sides. That means we are going to replace n with 5. 5 minus 2. This will simply be equal to 180 degrees times 3. We know 5 minus 2 gives us 3. If you take 180 degrees times 3, it gives us 540 degrees. That means the sum of the interior angles of a 5-sided polygon is 540 degrees. Question 2 goes, what will be the size of each of the exterior angles of a regular decagon? When we hear deca, we think of 10 sides. A decagon has 10 sides. A regular decagon simply means it is a 10-sided polygon in which the interior angles are all equal. If the interior angles are equal, that means the exterior angles are also equal. Now, let's find the size of each of the exterior angles of a regular decagon. The sum of the exterior angles of any polygon, sum of exterior angles of any polygon is equal to 360 degrees. We know that a decagon is a 10-sided polygon. Decagon is a 10-sided polygon. Now we have been told that the decagon is a regular decagon. That means the exterior angles are all equal. If the exterior angles are all equal, for us to get the size of each of the exterior angles, we are simply going to divide their sum by 10. So, size of each exterior angle will simply be equal to the sum of exterior angles of the polygon divided by the number of sides. The sum is simply 360 degrees. We divide 360 degrees by the number of sides, which is 10. This will give us 36 degrees. We go now to question 3. For question 3, it says the sum of the interior angles of a polygon is, we have sum of interior angles is equal to 1620 degrees. And now they are asking us, how many sides does the polygon have? How many sides? First, we know that the sum of interior angles of a polygon, sum of interior angles of a polygon is always equal to 180 degrees times n minus 2, where n is the number of sides the polygon has. We need to make n the subject of formula of this equation. Let's assume that the sum of the exterior angles of a polygon, let's assume that it is beta. It simply means that beta is equal to 180 degrees times n minus 2. We need to make n the subject of formula. We are going to divide both sides by 180. This will give us beta over 180 degrees is equal to 180 degrees times n minus 2 over 180 degrees. 180 will cancel 180. We'll be left with beta over 180 degrees is equal to n minus 2. Next, now we need to make n the subject of formula. We are simply going to transfer negative 2 this way. This will give us n to be equal to beta all over 180 degrees plus 2. We have been told that the sum of the exterior angles is equal to 1620. So that means this is our beta here. We are going to replace it. This will give us n to be equal to the number of sides 1620 degrees over 180 degrees plus 2. This will give us n to be equal to, now we are going to simplify. You will see that degrees will cancel degrees, so we'll be left with a constant. Now we have to divide the constant 1620 by 180. This will simply give us 9 plus 2. This will give us n to be equal to 9 plus 2, which is 11. Then we conclude, therefore, the polygon, therefore, the polygon has 11 sides, which is the result. It's an 11-sided polygon. Next, now we go to question 4. For question 4, they're asking us to show that for any 3-sided polygon, the sum of its exterior angles is always 360 degrees. For us to answer this question, we are going to start by drawing a triangle with exterior angles, with 3 exterior angles. Drawing a triangle of our choice. We are drawing this triangle in such a way that the exterior angles will be there. So this is the triangle. You can see the triangle. This is a triangle. This is a triangle. A, B, C. This is a triangle. This side A, we have an interior angle X. B, we have an interior angle Y. And at C, we have an interior angle Z. Next thing, we know that these angles, the angles on a straight line, this is a straight line. So this angle must be 180 degrees. If this angle is already X, then this remaining angle will be 180 degrees minus X. Same thing here. This exterior angle will simply be 180 degrees minus Y. The same thing here. This exterior angle will simply be 180 degrees minus Z. First thing, we know that the sum of the interior angles of this triangle must be equal to 180 degrees. We know that the sum of interior angles of the triangle, when you see this symbol, it stands for the triangle ABC, is equal to 180 degrees. That is, it simply means that is, we add the interior angles x plus y plus z is equal to 180 degrees. So we can call this one equation 1. Next thing, now we need to find the sum of the exterior angles of this our three-sided polygon. These are the exterior angles, they are out. These are them. These are them. So we know the sum of exterior angles, the sum of the exterior angles will simply be equal to, we need to add the exterior angles. The first one, we're going to add the 180 degrees minus x plus 180 degrees minus y for this plus 180 degrees minus z. So this will simply give us 180 plus 180 plus 180 to give us 180 degrees plus 180 degrees plus 180 degrees plus, now plus, we have negative x plus negative y plus negative z. 180 plus 180 gives us the angle 540. Write down 540 degrees. Then here we know positive, negative. Negative will stay. This will give us negative x. Negative will stay minus y. Negative will stay minus z. This will simply be equal to 540 degrees. See that here we can factor out negative 1 or the negative sign, we can send it out. This will give us factor out negative 1. We'll be left with x plus y plus z. We know from equation 1, we know that x plus y plus z is equal to 180 degrees. So we are going to replace x plus y plus z with 180 degrees. This will give us 540 degrees minus 180 degrees. This will simply be equal to 540 degrees minus 180 will give us 360 degrees, which is what we have to show. We conclude, therefore, let's write the conclusion. Therefore, the sum of the exterior angles of any three-sided polygon is always equal to 360 degrees. And we are done with the solution of the questions. If in case there are any worries, make sure you leave your questions at the comment section. Like the video, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching.